She got her recess taken. Why did she get her recess taken? Because she didn't share, and she decided not to listen, and she decided not to pay attention. Absolutely. So that gave her teacher the insight that she needed to take recess from her to be able to understand that it wasn't okay to do that, right? So from our story, we just kind of touched on what we're going to talk about in our lesson. We talked about how our disobedience have a price, right? We have consequences when we don't obey. So let's go ahead and get into our lesson. We're coming from Lamentations 5:21. It says, "Turn thou us unto thee, O Lord, and we shall be turned. Renew our days as of old." And our title reads, "Begging for Help." Brianne, give me an example of begging. What does it mean to beg? What does that mean?
Begging means someone wants something and they say no.
Okay, but give me an example, the example you gave me back there. What was you about to do with your hands? Like please, right? Because you was like, please, please, right? She said like somebody wants a chocolate bar and somebody tells her no and they beg and they plead for it back. Right. So this is in our story today, we're going to talk in our lesson today, we're talking about somebody that was pleading, was begging, right? Begging for help. It says, "Don't forget our troubles, Lord. Our troubles, oh our God. We want to obey you, Lord. Then will we be happy, Lord. Children need their mothers and fathers. Wives need their husbands. Our homes, our lands are taken. Bring back our hope, oh God. We need water to drink, and we need wood to keep warm. Yeah. We're tired and we're hungry for food. Bring back our hope, oh God. Old folks don't get respect. Young folks work as slaves. Young boys carry big loads. Bring back our hope, oh Lord. Old folks don't sit and talk. We want to obey you, Lord. Then will we be happy." So we said begging is like a sense of pleading, right? And that's what was going on, right? They were pleading for the help of the Lord, right? So Samila, what does 1 Samuel 15:22 talk about? What does that talk about?
That obeying is better than sacrifice.
So it talks about obedience being better than sacrifice, right? So what does that mean? What do you mean obedience is better than sacrifice? You can give me an example. Okay, so if I tell you to do something, but you don't want to do it because you're tired, what does the obedience say? Do it, right? Sacrifice will say, I'm not going to do it because I'm tired, right? So God said it's better for you to do it than to sacrifice. So we're just going to tell you all about the little game we played back there. We talked about the two words, unintentional and intentional. And unintentional is good, right? And intentional is bad. Have you ever experienced a situation where somebody has did something bad to you, something wrong in school, or have you ever experienced that? Okay, share with us, Brianne. Remember you said she took your pencil, right? And she took your chair, right? And what happened to the girl? She got time out because she did that to her and that wasn't nice. And so we talked about her consequences. Her actions came with a consequence that took her playtime. And so we talked about if Brianne did the right thing or she did the wrong thing. So Brianne, did you do the right thing by telling the teacher? Absolutely. Now, what if you took her pencil back? Would that have been wrong? Yeah, and you would have probably got your time taken too, right? Okay, and so we just talked about the things that we can do, and if we do them, if it's bad, there's a consequence behind it. If we do good things, then there's a reward behind that also. And the last thing before we sit down, what if we do something bad, you all? What if we do something wrong? Will God forgive us? Will He forgive us? Okay, so we talked about that. She said yes if you do it on an accident. So we talked about God doesn't like when we do things intentionally. He does not like when you go around intentionally hurting people and making mistakes. But even if we intentionally do things, do we still have the opportunity for God to forgive us?
Yeah.
Absolutely. That's the end of our Sunday.
All right.